Fargo Davies leads 1-0 off a goal by Ali Matter. 24:44 to go in the first half of play. And that's all the scoring so far. And immediately, appreciate all your assistance. That one's going to be popped up, and can Ola get there? She does! She makes a jumping grab just as the ball was about to go over the fence. Here Mavor, a perfect 4-for-4. And a slam dunk from Harney! Braden Keene is the guy in the backfield here. Mitchell's under center. And man in motion coming to the near side. And he'll look to the corner, and he's got Traber down the end zone for the touchdown. And it's 7-6. Skyhawks are on the board. 41-37, 4:25 to go here. The Kindred Vikings will work it down low. Another slam dunk and one. How about that? A slam dunk by Gavin Keller, and he got fouled on the two-handed throwdown. 5:07 and counting in the shotgun, looking to pass near side, going for Jamal Spivey, and he got it! A 24-yard touchdown connection from Clemens to Spivey. Brings up Kenzie McKinnon and puts your outfielders in left and left center because that one's going to left field and that's gone. That is a two-run shot for Kenzie McKinnon. And it's 3-0 Central Cass as the Squirrels will come out to home plate and wait for McKinnon to come across home. That one was gone the moment it hit the back. Shot from the point, Bree Adams, lowering hard, and it's in! Off the stick of Sydney Kamstrup, and the Cougars are on the board. Dahl will drop back to pass again. This one's over the middle and intercepted by Gunnar Broughton. At the 40, at the 30, at the 25-20, and he has a man to beat. Cuts inside, 10-5, touchdown, Gunnar Broughton on the pick six. And the Vikings now lead 35-0. All right, welcome back. Live from Barnesville High School in Barnesville, Minnesota, here on the Minnesota Sports Station. Mike Mason hanging out with you here, getting ready for the varsity matchup between the Breckenridge Cowgirls, the visitors on the scoreboard, and the home team, Barnesville Trojans. Both of these teams 2-0 on the season. The junior varsity game was won by Barnesville by the final score of 45-18. That one will be available for a 24/7 replay, probably within about a half an hour, definitely before the end of this game. That much we can say for sure. This is game 565. We've covered we've been in 40 cities and towns and covered 105 teams, over 115,000 viewers, over 80,000 on our website, 912 last time we checked for YouTube subscribers, 1,482 followers on Twitter, and 593. That one went up. I know that did, unless somebody unliked us. But 593. And then... So thank you for following us. That's what I'm trying to say on social media. We certainly appreciate that. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back, take a look at these two teams side by side, and get you everything else that you're looking for on the pregame show when we continue after this short timeout. Hi, this is Mike with the Magnitude Sports Media Network. I've done radio and video play-by-play since January 25th, 2016, and it is amazing how many big plays have been missed because the station was still on a commercial break. Our goal is to never miss any of the action, and that's why we have the game video and every advertisement and promo that you see on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The game will always be the priority, so you'll never miss your son's 80-yard kick return for a touchdown or your daughter's critical three-pointer to take the lead late in the basketball game. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back here at Barnesville High School, getting ready for the Trojans and the Cowgirls here. Both these teams 2-0, and with that said, let's take a look at these two teams and how they stack up side by side. And, the first, last year, Barnesville went 10-18 overall, 6-8 when playing at home, 4-10 when playing on the road or a neutral court. For the Breckenridge Cowgirls, they went 15-11 last year. We're 8-4 when playing at home and 7-7 when playing on a road or neutral court. This year, both teams are 2-0. This is the home opener for the Barnesville Trojans, as both their games have been on the road this year so far, with that 58-21 win over Battle Lake and then the 61-47 win just a couple days ago over Park Rapids area, bringing them into tonight's game against the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Then they got the Dilworth Glendon Felton Tip-Off Classic against Thief River Falls tomorrow, and then they'll be back at home for Pelican Rapids on the 13th, and then on the road on the 17th and 20th against Crookston and Perham, and then they'll wrap up 2019 on the 27th and 28th at Concordia College for the Blizzard of Basketball Tournament, and they'll take on those two teams there. Forgot to put the time down for that 28th game, so we apologize for that, but it'll be sometime on the 28th, I can tell you that much for sure. For the Breckenridge Cowgirls, they opened it up the season this year with a 63-46 win over Dilworth Glendon Felton, and then a 59-48 win over Staples Motley, bringing them into tonight's game against Barnesville, and then they'll also be in the DGF Tip-Off Classic. They'll take on Grafton, the Grafton Spoilers, the North Dakota team, at 2:30 in the afternoon tomorrow. And then they'll have Perham at home at 7:30 on the December 12th, and then they'll hit the road on the 13th and 17th against the West Central Area Knights and the Frazee Hornets, and then they'll be back home on the 19th against Underwood. And then on the 27th, they'll be at the Pelican Rapids Invite. The matchups and the times for those games have yet to be officially, to the best of our knowledge, announced anyway. And then they'll kick off 2019 with Morris area at 6 p.m. on January 2nd. So once again, both these teams 2-0 on the season so far. We'll see which season undefeated streak comes to an end tonight. One of them will. You can go to our website at msportsnet.com. Under the games button, you can click on game schedule or game calendar, and you can find out our next game's coming up. And as you can see, we'll be in Fargo South High School tomorrow. We'll actually have, that's not showing the JV game. We're going to have that Fargo North Bismarck JV game at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then we'll follow it up with the three varsity games that you see there. Fargo North versus Bismarck, followed up by Fargo Davies and Bismarck Century, and then Fargo South will wrap it up. We're taking on the Bismarck Legacy Sabres, and those will be 4 back-to-back games at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. respectively. And we'll have them all for you live tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, on the Magnitude Sports Media Network over on the ND Sports Channel. And then we have a game pending on the 12th. December 10th will be at Fargo Davies. They will host the Fargo South Bruins. And then Fargo North, and then Fargo Davies will go up to Fargo North on the 13th. And then we'll have a rematch of the Girls State Championship hockey game last year. The game in which the Bismarck Blizzard defeated Fargo North South 2-1 in overtime. And then we'll be back to Minnesota basketball on the 14th, a little bit later that same day, as the Rebels will take on the Kindred Vikings. I actually think that game is in Kindred. I think those two teams are flip-flop, but we'll have to double-check that to be sure. And then we have a game pending on the 16th, and then we'll be up in Grand Forks Red River, where Fargo Davies will take them on the Rough Riders. And then back to hockey on the 19th, Fargo North South will host the Grand Forks Night Riders. And then Valley City, Fargo Davies, and then we have a swim meet. Should say that's pending, but it's more than likely going to happen. But on December 21st there, and you can catch the rest of our schedule there. All those Fargo Davies basketball games are brought to you by Van Dam Chiropractic and Allstate Fred Hage Agency So we certainly appreciate their support to bring you Fargo Davies basketball over on the ND Sports Channel. And if you'd like to support your favorite team here on the Minnesota side, well, we could probably work that around the Fargo Davies schedule. They got to us first, so they're the priority. And then we have an opening right now for a secondary team if you're interested. Breckenridge or Barnesville fans, first come, first serve is, I guess, the best way to say it there. That's also kind of the not best way to say it. But with that said, we're going to take a look one more time out here as we're about 7 minutes away from the opening announcements and the tip-off and all that cool stuff. Take a look at keys to winning this game for each of the team, our final pregame thoughts, and then we'll be back with your starting lineups and all that other stuff here as the Magnitude Sports Media Network pregame show wraps up next here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set stealing a serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back here as we're getting ready for, we're about 2 minutes away from the opening announcements, the starting lineup. Speaking of the starting lineups, we'll go over them now before they get announced. And non-starters for Barnesville will be a sophomore guard number 2, Anna Stanford, a freshman guard number 5, Sydney Strand, a junior forward number 10, Olivia Sorensen, a sophomore guard number 15, Kiana Amundsen, a sophomore guard number 20, Mathea Jablonski, a senior forward number 22, Lily Rutherford, sophomore guard number 23, Sydney Rusted, a sophomore guard number 24, Trinity Gregg, a sophomore forward number 30, Katie Newell, and a freshman guard number 33, Kenzie Scogan, and a freshman forward number 40, Emily Smith are your non-starters for the Barnesville Trojans. Your non-starters for the Breckenridge Cowgirls look like this: a 5'7" freshman guard number 10, Abby Johnson, a 5'7" sophomore guard number 12, Anna Erickson, a 5'10" sophomore forward number 21, Cameron Kaler, a 5'7" sophomore guard number 22, Morgan, let me make sure I wrote that down right here, Bruns, yep, I wrote it down right. And then 5'8" junior forward number 24, Paige Kelson. And then 5'4" sophomore guard number 34, Sophie Larson, a 5'10" sophomore center number 42, Tori Undum, and then a 5'9" senior center number 52, Michaela Snowball. Those are your non-starters once again for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Your starting lineups are about 42 seconds away. Your starters for Barnesville will be a junior guard number 1, Sam Pesa, a junior guard number 3, Kim Macy, a sophomore guard number 4, Lexi Bolgreen, and a sophomore forward number 14, Emily Bredman, and then a sophomore forward number 32, Lauren Halverson. Your starters for the Breckenridge Cowgirls will be 5'6" senior guard number 5, Emma Eland, a 5'9" senior forward number 11, Riley Lorenz, a 5'10" junior forward number 14, Jude Held, a 5'6" sophomore guard number 20, Carcy Materi, and a 6' junior center number 30, Grace Conzemius are your starters for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. There's the buzzer, and your opening announcements start now. We'll turn it over to the PA announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barnesville High School for tonight's game between the Breckenridge Cowgirls and your Barnesville Trojans.
If the national anthem is first, we'll take another break and then come back with your starting lineups.
Administration would like to extend a warm welcome to our friends from Breckenridge. For everyone's safety, we ask that parents closely attend to their elementary-aged children. Please keep them in the stands during the contest. Please refrain from walking on or across the court before, during, and after the event. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you rise if able.
All right, so with that said, we will take another timeout, and then after that timeout, we'll have your starting lineups officially here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year.
All right, we'll come out of that break a little bit early here and get you set for the starting lineups for these two teams. They'll start with the Breckenridge Cowgirls.
Barnesville High School invites you to be a good sport, on the court and in the stands. Let's meet the starting lineups. First, the visitors on the scoreboard, the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Number 5, Emma Elam.
We'll do our best to get through the crowd there.
Number 14, Jude Hell. Number 20, Carson Materi. And number 30, Grace Conzemius.
So once again, Emma Elin, Riley Lorenz, Jude Held, Carson Materi, and Grace Conzemius are your starters for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. And now your starters for the Barnesville Trojans. A little less crowd to work with over on that side now. That's about with us. All right, so we're going to chat every now and then to make sure that music doesn't get us a copyright strike. We're going to play so many seconds of it, and if we interrupt it, we'll be fine. All right, so Sam Pesa, now Kim Macy, number 3 there.
Number 4, Lexi Bowgreen.
And you got Lexi Bowgreen, the sophomore. Macy's a junior, and Pesa's a junior. Number 14, Emily Bredman is a sophomore forward.
And number 32, Lauren Halverson.
And then you got Lauren Halverson, the sophomore forward, wearing jersey number 32. All right, so we're ready to go here, almost, a few seconds away. 18-minute halves. We'll give you audio cues on how much time is remaining. Keep track on screen of points and team fouls. We'll keep track of everything else in our books and keep you updated as the game goes along here. In the past, we've been able to keep a lot of stats, but it's always a little bit harder to remember how I did that after doing a full season, then coming back and the start of the next season. It's like, how did I do that? And a lot of people ask me how I keep the stats that I keep anyway. So say shout out to a buddy of mine, Joe Schreiner, who asked me, how do you keep all those stats? And I had to tell him that it just comes with practice. Jude Held gets the ball off the opening tap, and it'll go out of bounds there and stop the clock with 17:57 to go in the first half of play.
Set it up.
Far side, that's Marteri with the ball, dribbling it back up top. Puts it into the hands of Riley Lorenz. Lorenz will look back inside there for Jude Held. Held off the baseline, turn around, up and in. 2-0 Barnesville, or Breckenridge, excuse me. Both these teams 2-0. Barnesville's won their 2 games on the road. I believe Breckenridge is 1-1 at home and on the road. I think they've split so far. Maybe I'd have to double check that. Maybe I'm wrong. Rebound will come down to Jude Held. Defensive board there for Jude Held, the 5'10 junior forward. Work it inside, now back out. That's Elin. Elin, bounce pass, loose ball, picked up there by the Trojans. They'll put it into the hands there, Lexi Bowgreen, and Bowgreen will toss it out of bounds. Turnover, Barnesville. Remains 2-0, just over a minute into the ball game here, 16:54 and counting. Bringing it up and over the timeline here for the Cowgirls is Carson Materi. A couple passes later, Jude Held with it again. Back out top here for Riley Lorenz, who gives it back to Jude Held. Works around, kicks it out there for Eland. far wing. Elin will push it into the corner. Now they'll work it down into the low post. One dribble, strong move to the basket, up and in. Grace Conzemius with the bucket, and it's 4-0 Breckenridge. Back over far side there, it's Lexi Boldgreen. Now they'll work it up top into the hands of Bredman. Bredman will work it down low there for Halverson. Halverson will pop it out. Now they'll work it back up top. With the ball right now is Kim Macy, a junior guard. Work it up top to Halverson. Halverson will try and drive down the near side of the lane. She'll get contact. And I believe the foul might be going on Grace Conzemius here. We'll double check. Nope, they're going to give it to Riley Lorenz, who was the other person there. First foul, and that will send to the free throw line Lauren Halverson, the sophomore. Try and get Barnesville on the board here for the first time. And she will. Trojans 100% from the line in the game so far. Clock is stopped with 16 minutes to go in the first half. Second one on its way. That one will drop in as well. 2 for 2. And the lead's been cut in half. That's for Terry. Looking for Jude Held. Loose ball over to the far sideline. A battle for it, and it went out of bounds. Who did it go to? It was out of bounds on Breckenridge. That'll be a turnover for the Cowgirls, and Barnesville will get the ball back. Kim Macy, the junior guard, will bring it up and pass it up, and off the fingertips of Halverson, out of bounds. Turnover number 2 for the Barnesville Trojans. Lone foul in the game belongs to Riley Lorenz, the 5'9" senior forward for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Materi with the basketball now. Picks up her dribble here on the near wing. Looks for Jude Held at the high post. Ball's tipped around back into the hands of Materi along the baseline. 15:27 to go, and Materi gets loose and puts it in off the glass. Quickly down the other way now here for the Barnesville Trojans. They'll look to respond as they put the ball into the hands of Boldgreen. Up top of the key right now. Bounce pass, or not a bounce pass, but just a pass over to Pesa. Now will find its way into the hands of Bredman. Down to the near corner here for Boldgreen again. Boldgreen back up top. Long three on the way, and that one is going to go straight out of bounds. 2 points for Jude Held, 2 for Carson Materi, 2 for Grace Conzemius make up the 6 for the Cowgirls. The lone points for the Trojans belong to Lauren Halverson, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So Materi will bring it back up over the timeline, put it into the hands there. Riley Lorenz, catch and shoot. 3 is up and in! And a timeout on the floor as the Cowgirls get out to a 9-2 lead. It's a 30-second timeout. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Front Street Nutrition. There, your one-stop shop for nutrition and healthy energy. Open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5. You can find them at 108 Front Street, South in Barnesville. We'll keep it here during this particular timeout. Once again, Riley Lorenz leading the way with that three-pointer that she just dropped a moment ago, and she has 3 points, 2 apiece for Jude Held, Carson Materi, and Grace Conzemius. Over for the Barnesville Trojans, the 2 points belong to Lauren Halverson, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Breckenridge has not been to the free throw line yet. Only one team foul. That personal foul belongs to Riley Lorenz, the senior for the Cowgirls, and now out of the timeout here, the Trojans will look to recover here as they're down 7 right now. They'll bounce it off into the far corner. Now they're working inside and went off the knee. Loose ball, and it's eventually picked up there by Conzemius, who will get credit for the steal. Turnover Barnesville, and the shot is up, and we have a... I believe that's going to be considered as out of bounds. 14:21 to go here, first half of play. Pressure right on the midcourt stripe there by the Cowgirls. They'll put it into the hands of, couldn't quite see who that was. It was Bredman. Shot is up. Rebound comes down to the hands of Conzemius on the defensive board. Look for a pass down intended for Jude Held. It was tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Cowgirls. There's the last touch there by Emily Bredman. Substitution on the way here. Abby Johnson, a 5'7" freshman, will check into the lineup here for the Cowgirls, and that will give Riley Lorenz a breather on the bench as Jude Held will trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline. Put it right into the hands there. Conzemius back to Held. 13:52 to go here, first half of play. 7-point lead for the Cowgirls. They'll work it inside, now out. Catch and shoot three. Materi, front of the rim, won't go. Rebound and a whistle and a foul. Halverson will get credit for the rebound, and the foul will go on Grace Conzemius, her first, team second. Bringing it over is Sam Pesa. Two passes later, Lexi Bowgreen now back up top. Catch and shoot three off the way. Had she been in a couple inches, that one may have been nothing but net. Instead, it went off the front of the rim and out of bounds, and it'll be Cowgirl basketball. Multiple substitutions here for the Cowgirls. You have, or for the Trojans, excuse me. You got Sydney Strand as well as Kenzie Scogan. And I couldn't quite catch the other player there. I believe it was, no, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Oh, Emily Smith, number 40. Terry works it up for Elin. Elin worked it inside. The official was in my way. I had to look at the monitor, and I missed who got the shot. But a rebound comes down there to Scogan on the defensive board. Back the other way. Shot is up and in. Emily Smith gets the first bucket, not from the free throw line here for the Trojans, and that cuts the lead to 5. Materi will dribble down. Now Elin. Back to Materi along the baseline, is facing a double team. Trying to work it down low. It's Jude Held, and a strong move to the basket, up and in. She has 4 points now. She's your leading scorer for the Cowgirls right now with 12:37 to go. 11-4, and for some reason, the points didn't get added there. Oh, they got added to the wrong side. I apologize for that. If Barnesville doesn't score here, we'll take the points off the board. Out of bounds, we'll take the points off the board. Okay. There we go, 11-4. So those points got credited to the wrong team. I apologize for that. That is your correct score. 11-4 with 12:24 to go here. Abby Johnson, the freshman, will bring it up over the timeline here for the Cowgirls. 12:17 to go in the first half. Bounce pass to the near wing. That's Materi. She'll dribble down to the baseline. It's poked out of bounds, and we'll have a foul.
Carsey, catch ready. Wide open.
Foul on the Trojans, number 1, Sam Pesa. At the line is two shots for the Cowgirls. Number 20, Carsey Materi.
First trip to the free throw line tonight for the Cowgirls. It's Carsey Materi, the 5'6" sophomore, and the first one's up and in. 12:13 to go. First of 2 from Materi is good, and the second one is on its way, and it looks good, and it is good. 13-4. Put it into the hands there of Smith. She has the lone bucket, not from the free throw line. Now they put it back to Scogan. Scogan tried to get it to Halverson, then will draw a whistle and a foul on the Cowgirls. Jude Held, the 5'10" junior, will pick up the foul, and subbing back in is Emily Bredman, the sophomore for the Trojans. Number 14 there. Trojans will work it up top. That's Sydney Strand with the basketball. She'll work it down low. Can it see who it was? And now I can see that and tell you that it was Emily Bredman who got the basket. 13-6. Back the other way come the Cowgirls. Corner 3 on the way. Count it! Riley Lorenz with her second triple of the game, and it's 16-6 on a 10-point lead for the Cowgirls. 11:30 to go and counting. Dribbling the baseline, it was partially blocked there by Riley Lorenz. Popped into the hands of Jude Held, who'll bring it over the timeline here. Top of the key, spin move, trying to go into the high post. Outside for 3, in and out won't go. Nice shot, nice release there by Abby Johnson, but couldn't quite get it to trickle through the net. Back the other way come the Barnesville Trojans. Foul. That will send Emily Smith to the free throw line. Jude Held picks up her second, team foul number 4. Emily Smith has 2 points so far. And they'll stay that way for the moment. Cameron Kaler, a 5'10 sophomore, into the lineup, wearing number 21 there for the Trojans. As the second free throw from Emily Smith is up and good. Trojans are now 3 of 4 from the line in the ball game so far. 16-7, Cowgirls have the lead. And the inbounds pass will go into the hands of Abby Johnson. Johnson, a freshman, will bring it up to and over the timeline with 11:01 and counting to go here in the first half. She'll get the screen and thought about the three. Instead, Jude Held will drive into the baseline, weave through defenders, get it down low, spin move, and that one was partially blocked on the shot attempt there by Cameron Kaler. Back the other way, Trojans hustling, and she got her own rebound. There was Sam Pesa on the drive, pops it out there for Sydney Strand. Strand picks up her dribble, gets it back to Pesa. Now they'll work it inside where the ball is tipped away. Put into the hands of Jude Held. Held will fire it off across the paint, up and in, and it's Abby Johnson with the bucket. 18-7, and now Abby Johnson will get the steal. Shot up, rebound, and now a foul from behind. Sam Pesa will pick up her second, team second. Abby Johnson will step up to the free throw line for the first time today, and she'll bury the first one. Jude Held will get a breather on the bench with 2 fouls. Anna Erickson, a 5'7 sophomore, checks in. Second free throw is up and in. 2 for 2. The Cowgirls are 4 for 4 in the game, and it's 20-7 in favor of Breckenridge. Driving the baseline, down low, they'll pop it back out here for Strand. Ball was tipped, and now Cowgirls will take it away. That's turnover number 5 for the Barnesville Trojans. Down low there was Riley Lorenz. She's playing with a foul and 6 points right now. And a timeout, Barnesville. 9:59 to go, 20-7 in favor of Breckenridge. We're back in 30 seconds here on the Minnesota Sports Station. Hi, this is Mike with the Magnitude Sports Media Network. I've done radio and video play-by-play since January 25th, 2016, and it is amazing how many big plays have been missed because the station was still on a commercial break. Our goal is to never miss any of the action, and that's why we have the game video in every advertisement and promo that you see on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The game will always be the priority, so you'll never miss your son's 80-yard kick return for a touchdown or your daughter's critical three-pointer to take the lead late in the basketball game. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back. 9:59 to go here in the first half of play, and the Cowgirls have a comfortable 20-7 lead at the moment. Team fouls 4-2. Your leading scorers right now for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Riley Lorenz with 6 points off 2 triples. Abby Johnson has 4, and Jude Held has 4. Carcy Materi has 4, and then Grace Conzemius has 2. For the Barnesville Trojans, Emily Bredman with 2, Lauren Halverson with 2, and Emily Smith with 3. Trojans are 3 of 4 from the free throw line. The Cowgirls are 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Fouls, 1 for Riley Lorenz, 2 for Jude Held, 1 for Grace Conzemius. For the Trojans, 2 for Sam Pesa. Cowgirls will trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline on the far side of the hoop. Bounce pass back out for Abby Johnson. Now they'll work it up top. Now Johnson gets it back over on the far wing. 9:53 to go as they work it down to the baseline. The shot's up and in. That's Cameron Kaler with the bucket, and it's 2 more for the Cowgirls. 22-7, and back the other way, Sydney Strand gets loose. They'll work the ball back up top into the hands of Emily Bredman. Now Strand driving baseline from the near side, drives the contact and the foul, and that foul is going to go on, I believe, Cameron Kaler. That's her first, team 5th. So Sydney Strand, the freshman, will get 2 shots from the line here for the Barnesville Trojans. Very important that they score points with the clock stopped, and so far so good. Lauren Halverson will come in, as well Kim Macy. That'll give Kenzie Scogan a breather on the bench, and one other player I didn't catch on her way out. Back-to-back free throws there for Sydney Strand. And that's exactly what the Trojans need right now, are points with the clock stopped. 9:28 and rolling here. Loose ball off the dribble there. She lost control of it. They're looking for a travel, and they're going to get it. That'll be going to the books as a turnover here. Breckenridge fans right behind me. The Barnesville fans over on the far side of the gym. You can see the Barnesville fans in your camera there on the far side of the gym. Barnesville coach calling for a travel, and he would get exactly that. Inbounds pass will go to Sydney Strand, the freshman. Strand will bring it over the timeline there, being guarded by Abby Johnson, who is also a freshman. And now will be a turnover number 6 for the Barnesville Trojans here, and the Cowgirls will work it to Jude Held. 4-3, no, that's off the back iron, and they'll be considered out of bounds. 9:06 to go here in the first half of play. It says halftime there. Let's get that changed to first half. I'm not sure how that happened, and I apologize for that. Substitutions on the way here for Breckenridge at the next break in action. Shot is up, won't go. Rebound comes down into the hands of Grace Conzemius. That's her 3rd defensive rebound now, according to my numbers. And a whistle on a double dribble. Turnover Breckenridge. That's only the 3rd turnover for the Cowgirls in the game so far. 22-9 with 8:43 to go here. 5 team fouls for the Cowgirls, 2 for the Trojans. Bredman now pops it out for Macy. Macy fires it for Strand. Was her foot on the line? It was. Turnover number 7 for the Trojans. So the sophomore Materi will bring it over the timeline here. Pop it near side for Elin. Elin looks inside for Materi, off the glass and in. Materi with 6 points now. Her and Riley Lorenz are your leading scorers. And that baseline jumper's a little bit off the mark. Jude Held will pull down the rebound, bring it down the near sideline. Slow it down a little bit, now bring it over the timeline with 8:04 to go. Pass is nearly tipped away, and that will be back to Breckenridge. They'll hand it off to Jude Held. She'll bring it back over the timeline. They'll reset as Materi gets the ball. Backs up right in front of the midcourt stripe here with 7:50 to go. Now they'll pop it into the hands of Elin. She will put it up for 3. Oh, and it looked good. But an offensive rebound. Nobody there to guard Jude Held. And off the rebound, she'll get the points. And it's 26-9 with 7:37 to go here in the first half. And the Cowgirls are cruising at the moment. And there's another turnover for Barnesville, and now a foul.
Foul on the number 4, Lexi Bolger. Her first personal foul, team's 3rd. Coming in for the Trojans, number 1, Sam Casey.
Lexi Bolgreen picks up the personal foul. Team foul number 3 for the Trojans. As Materi will bring it over the timeline once again. Materi pops up top for Elin. Elin looking inside. Jude Held in the paint, pops it out near corner. Back up now to Materi. Materi puts it back inside at the low post. She'll dribble around the defender. Reverse layup won't go. And the ball will be tipped out of bounds. I believe that'll be Barnesville ball. And it will indeed be Barnesville ball. Turnover number 4 for the Breckenridge Cowgirls as they couldn't control the rebound. 26-9, 7:02 and counting to go. And that's off the knee and back to the Cowgirls. That's 9 turnovers now for the Trojans. 7:01 and counting to go as Materi will get the inbounds pass, bring it over the timeline. Dribble over to the near wing, pick up a dribble. Elin up top, catch and shoot 3 from 20 feet. Straight away, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for the Cowgirls. Underneath there was Grace Conzemius. Couldn't get it to go, and now back the other way. The Trojans will hustle back down, and it'll be Emily Bredman with the basket. 26-11 as the Trojans get into double digits now with 6.5 to go here in the first half of play. Materi fakes left, now goes right. Elin here on the near wing, pops it up top for Jude Held. Held will take a couple dribbles, thought about the three, did not pull the trigger. Back to Elin now, and she'll put it into the hands of Materi. Looks inside for Jude Held. One dribble, pops it out. Catch and shoot three on the way and off the mark. Rebound comes down to the hands of Sam Pesa on the defensive board. Back the other way quickly. It's tipped out of bounds there by, I believe, is Conzemius, who got her fingers on it, and it was, and it'll stay Barnesville ball. And checking back into the lineup is Abby Johnson, and that will give, let's see here, who's coming out, Emma Elin, the senior, a breather on the bench. That will earn 2 shots from the free throw line. Lexi Bowgreen will go to the... Jude Held now picks up her third, and it looks like Cameron Kaler might come in for Jude. So the free throw will miss. So Held with 3 fouls will get a breather on the bench, and as I mentioned earlier, Cameron Kaler will come in for her. Line up on the low post on the far side of the lane. Here's the second free throw from Bowgreen is on the way, and it's up and in. Nice job there by Bowgreen on the free throw. 26-12. 6:07 and counting to go. Here's Abby Johnson will bring it up over the timeline. Being guarded there by Kim Macy. That three-pointer's on the way, and I'll roll around and out, but an offensive rebound, at least initially, and bounce pass back out, and now we have a foul on Pesa. That's her third. Team's fourth. Nobody coming in off the bench for the Trojans yet. And that will change right now, as that will be Sydney Strand coming in for Pesa, who has 3 fouls. So both Pesa for the Trojans and Jude Held for the Cowgirls, both on the bench right now with 3 fouls. 5:48 counting to go, loose ball on the floor, and Abby Johnson will get it, and another foul, this time on Sydney Strand, her first, team's fifth, excuse me. 26-12 with 5:46 to go. Near sideline inbounds pass will be triggered by Abby Johnson. It'll go into the hands of Riley Lorenz. Lorenz dribbles into the high post, pops it out, 3 on the way, and the 3 is in! Cameron Kaler with the triple from 19-9, and that is 3 more to get the Cowgirls up to 29. Far side is Kim Macy now with the basketball. That pass inside is tipped, and it'll come back into the hands of Lauren Halverson. Down low, and a whistle and a foul. Or no foul, it's a travel, and turnover number 10 for the Barnesville Trojans.
Why would you promote leaving your feet?
29-12, 5:11 to go. Abby Johnson works into the hands there of Materi. Materi for Kaler. Kaler back to Materi, inside quickly there for, refresh my memory, that's Conzemius. Now Conzemius gets it right back, tries to make a move, pops it out, corner 3 on the way, and off the mark. Loose ball rebound will roll out of bounds and stay with Breckenridge.
Heck yeah, Riley Lorenz. Good job. Hey, I love your game tonight. I love it. Good job.
Lorenz getting some positive comments from her coach there, as she gets a breather on the bench.
Get him up.
Conzemius will get the inbounds pass. Dribble into the mid-post, and will draw a foul. I didn't see who. I can tell you for sure is it's team foul 6 on the Trojans. It's to be Bredman picking up the personal. That's her first. We have a couple substitutions here for the Trojans after this first free throw from Conzemius, her first trip to the line this evening. And that first one will be off the mark there. That's the first miss from the free throw line for the Cowgirls in this game.
I want Anna on 33.
I want to say thank you to the viewer who just texted in and said, great play-by-play. Thank you very much. Certainly appreciate that compliment. Second one's off the mark as well for 2 for Conzemius on that trip, and I was looking down at my scoreboard. I heard a whistle, and I'm guessing it was out of bounds on Breckenridge. You saw it, I didn't, so I'm just taking a guess there. Sydney Strand will bring it up over the timeline here. Bounce it into the hands there of Emily Smith, who has 3 points, excuse me. 16 fouls per side. And now making a move to the basket, up and in is Halverson. 29-14, and quickly the other way here, it's Abby Johnson, and I think the Breckenridge fans wanted a foul, didn't get one. And now they're going to get a foul, but on their own team, as Abby Johnson came in a little bit too aggressively there. That is 7 now for the Cowgirls. So it's a 1-and-1 bonus for the remaining 4:14 of the first half for the Trojans. The next Trojan foul will put the Cowgirls in a 1-and-1 bonus. So she has to make one to get one. It's Kenzie Scogan at the free throw line. It's her first trip to the line this evening. She will get the second one. 29-15, 4:14 to go here. Second one in. Nice job. 2 for 2 there for Kenzie Scogan. Cuts the lead to 29-16, a 13-point advantage as Material bring it up over the timeline, and that one will bounce in and around, and that was Anna Erickson, I believe, with the bucket. 2 more, 31-16 Cowgirls. Put it into the hand of Halverson. Halverson drives to the hoop, a little bit too strong off the glass, battle for the rebound, and it comes down eventually to Materi. Materi will pop it up court there for Anna Erickson, back-to-back buckets. .333 and counting to go here in the first half of play. Ball's poked around, and the loose ball picked up there by the Cowgirls. Back the other way, it's on to Erickson again. This time the bucket will not go. And that'll be an offensive foul on the Cowgirls. And we have a timeout, Barnesville. Check that. It may not have been a foul. We'll take a break and come back. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you today by Front Street Nutrition, your one-stop shop for nutrition and healthy energy. They're open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5. You can find them at 108 Front Street South in Barnesville. We'll take a timeout and be right back here in a few seconds on the Minnesota Sports Station. Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you. And selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber, but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. All right, so no foul on the play, just a Barnesville timeout. Simple as that. Remains 7-6 on the team fouls there. .33-16 is our score. 3:25 to go, first half of play. Jude Held and Riley Lorenz, both with 6 points. Cameron Kaler with 5, and then 4 apiece for Anna Erickson and Abby Johnson for the Cowgirls. 4 for Emily Bredman, 4 for Lauren Halverson, 3 for Emily Smith, 2 for Kenzie Scogan, 2 for Sydney Strand, and 1 for Lexi Bolgreen so far in this matchup. Turnovers, 11 for Barnesville. I have Breckenridge down for 5.
That's fine. Yep.
Inbounds pass will go into the hands of Eland. Eland will hand it off to Lorenz, and Lorenz will give it to Materi. Terry looking around there. Gives it back to Eland. Eland will drive down towards the baseline to the low block. No, it's a travel. Took an extra step there. I saw the contact. I did not see the feet movement. 2:57 counting to go, so that's turnover number 6 now, according to my numbers here for the Cowgirls. As Emily Smith has the basketball. Now a 3 is on the way, and that's out the front of the rim out of the hands of Bolgreen. Offensive rebound far side goes into the hands of Sydney Strand. Strand still with the basketball, draws contact. The foul's going to go on Abby Johnson. That'll be her second, team foul 7. Or wait, no, team foul 8, excuse me. Sydney Strand, 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Will she make it 3 for 3? She will. 33-17. Second one's off the mark. Defensive rebound comes down there to Elin. Elin pops it to Johnson. Johnson will dribble out top, now back up, try and reset the play there, and a reach-in foul is going to occur here on Kenzie Scogan. Her first, that'll be 7 for the Trojans, and that will send the Cowgirls to the free throw line. And stepping up to the free throw line is Abby Johnson. 2 for 2 so far in the game. It's her second trip to the line tonight. 2:27 to go here in the first half, and the free throw's up, and she got the first one, and as a result, she'll get a second one. Makes it 34-17. And that one's in. 4 for 4 for Abby Johnson. Add another bucket. She has 6 points. That puts Abby Johnson, Riley Lorenz, and Jude Held all in the 6-point club. Those 3 are leading scorers. That one was partially blocked on the way to the basket. Rebound comes down to Konzemius, her 4th defensive board. Loose ball down on the low post there, and a turnover as Lexi Bolgreen will come up with the steal. They'll put it into the hands there of Smith. Smith works down low, a little spin move underneath. Nice job there by Halverson, but unfortunately the bucket did not go. And now we have a whistle down low, and I believe the foul is going to go on Kenzie Scogan. If it is, it's her second. And it is indeed, and now we'll march down to the other end of the court here, if our camera will follow. We apologize. Hopefully their camera person will get it down there in a moment. There we go. Riley Lorenz at the free throw line. Got the first one and will earn a second attempt. This is her first trip to the line tonight. Michaela Snowball is checking into the lineup, and that will give Grace Konzemius a breather on the bench with 1:55 to go here in the first half of play. 36-17, and the second free throw here from Riley Lorenz is on its way and in.
Hey, Riley, get up top. Riley's up.
20-point lead for the Cowgirls here as they'll put it into the hands of Emily Smith. Smith will push it into the corner here for Macy. Macy will dribble back up top. Scogan back to Macy. And now it's Emily Smith. And that ball is popped out. It'll be picked up by Strand, and a loose ball and jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Trojans. .90 seconds until halftime. Far side Scogan. Scogan has the ball turned over. It is Riley Lorenz, and that one's popped out of bounds from behind. And it will remain Breckenridge basketball. Abby Johnson will trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline on the near side of the hoop. It'll go over the head of Riley Lorenz. She'll have to chase it down. Now she'll get the 3 on the way and in. That's her 3rd triple from behind the arc tonight. And it's 40-17, and the Cowgirls are cruising. 1 minute to go here before halftime. Emily Bredman with the ball, and that one will go far side. Passing around, ends up in the hands of Macy. Back to Bredman, will tee it up for 3. That's going to be a little short. You could tell right as it came out of her hands. That'll go into the books as turnover number 13 for the Barnesville Trojans. 49 seconds to go here before halftime. Still 18 fouls per side. Trojans will get it back. Scogan all the way to the hoop. Lost the ball, and she will draw contact. Team foul number 9. Snowball will pick up the personal. Team foul number 9. Kenzie Scogan, the freshman, her second trip to the line tonight. She's 2 for 3 now. She was 2 for 2 before that miss. .1 seconds on the clock. Second free throw is in. Nice job there by Scogan, the freshman, to put one more on the board. 40-18, and the inbounds pass will come to Materi. Terry brings it up over the timeline. Ooh, I thought her foot went over and back, but the official either didn't see it or didn't call it or didn't agree with it. One of the three, we'll put it that way. Abby Johnson gets the ball in the paint. That one won't go. Rebound comes down there to Sydney Strand on the defensive board. Strand tried to bounce pass it down to the baseline towards Emily Smith, but it'll go out of bounds. But last touch by, it will indeed be a turnover for the Barnesville Trojans. So now we'll have a substitution as Konzemius will come back into the lineup here. That'll give Snowball a breather on the bench with 8 seconds to go before halftime. 8.9, closer to 9 seconds, if you want to be exact. Full court pressure now by the Trojans. And we'll have a foul. Oh, no, it's a carry. A carry there on Abby Johnson. Turnover number 8 for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, and that'll give the Trojans a chance with 6 seconds. Inbounds pass triggered by Sydney Strand. Strand is a freshman. 4 seconds. Outside, baseline, Strand off the back side of the backboard. Offensive rebound won't go, and that'll bring us to halftime. 40-18 in favor of the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you today by Front Street Nutrition, your one-stop shop, I should say, for nutrition and healthy energy. They're open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Closed on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. You can find them at 108 Front Street South in Barnesville. We'll take a time out, add up some numbers here, and come back with your halftime show in a few minutes. Right here from Barnesville High School on the Minnesota Sports Station. Once again, your halftime score, Breckenridge 40 and Barnesville 18. Back in a few minutes with your halftime show on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Paper tickets. Rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they are on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
High school sports programs provide valuable lessons for practical life solutions, teamwork, sportsmanship, and hard work. Students learn self-respect through responsibility of their actions through high school activities. There are kids out there, coaches and parents, who appreciate sports officials for doing a tough job with class. More officials are needed, someone like you. Contact your local high school or the North Dakota High School Activities Association to find out how to become an official. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Since October 17, 2017, the Magnitude Sports Media Network has brought you over 550 games and a grand total of 115,000 plus viewers and listeners who have watched or listened to one of the 105 varsity, JV, or sub-varsity teams that have played in one of the 8 different sports that we have broadcasted from 40 cities and towns, including hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and swimming, with hopes of doing more in the future. Consider a donation or a sponsorship that'll give you advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you can expect. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. Thank you for being loyal viewers and supporters for the past 2 years. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back. 40-18 here at halftime. Let's go over your halftime numbers here, and we'll start with the Breckenridge Cowgirls, the visitors on the scoreboard here. Emma Eland has played 1 defensive board, no points. Abby Johnson with 6 points, including 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Riley Lorenz leading the way right now with 11, including 3 from behind the three-point arc and also 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Anna Erickson with 4 points. Jude Held with a couple of rebounds, 1 on each side of the glass. 3 fouls, 6 points. Kari Cemetery with a defensive board and 6 points, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Then Cameron Kaler with 5 points, including a triple early on in that first half as she came in off the bench. That was her second shot of the. She had pretty much, I think they were back-to-back shots coming off the bench, if memory serves me correctly. And then Grace Conzemius has 4 defensive boards and a steal, including 2 points, but 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Overall, the Breckenridge Cowgirls are shooting 8 of 10 or 80% from the free throw line in the first half. They had a total of 8 turnovers, according to my numbers in the first half of play. For the Barnesville Trojans, 18 points. They are... what's the word I'm looking for here? Handed out as follows. First of all, Sam Pesa, no points, 1 defensive board, 3 personal fouls. Kim Macy has played but hasn't scored any points yet. Lexi Bolgreen with a steal, foul, and 1 of 2 with 1 point from the free throw line, going 50%. Sydney Strand with 2 rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive, and a personal foul, has 3 points, going 3 of 4 for 75% from the free throw line. Emily Bredman with 4 points and a personal foul. And then Lauren Halverson with a defensive rebound, a bucket, and 2 free throws for 4 points, 2 of 2 for 100% from the line. Kenzie Scogan, the freshman, with a defensive board, a couple of fouls, 3 of 4 for 3 points, or 75% from the free throw line. And then Emily Smith with a bucket and 1 of 2 for 50% from the free throw line. Overall, the Trojans are shooting 71.4%, or 10 of 14 from the free throw line in that first half of play. So once again, those are your halftime numbers. Your leading scorer for the Cowgirls is Riley Lorenz with 11. Your leading scorer for the Trojans is shared by Emily Bredman and Lauren Halverson with 4 apiece. Sydney Strand, Kenzie Scogan, and Emily Smith with 3, and Lexi Bolgreen with 1 for the Trojans. Other scorers for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, besides your leader, Riley Lorenz, you have 6 apiece for Abby Johnson, Jude Held, and Carcy Materi. 5 for Cameron Kaler, 2 for Grace Conzemius. And I think I got everybody there. Yes, I did. So those are your halftime numbers. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you today by Front Street Nutrition. They are your one-stop shop for nutrition and healthy energy. I was there earlier today, right when we pulled into town, before we got to the Barnesville High School here. Tried the Skittles Tea Energy Drink. It is absolutely awesome. That's the only one I can say for sure is awesome. But if I had to make a guess based upon how the Skittles one tasted, I would guess that the other ones taste pretty awesome as well. So I highly recommend that you stop in and say hi. I want to say thanks to Vance for giving me that sample drink. Certainly appreciate it. And a really great establishment here in Barnesville. Once again, they're located at 108 Front Street South in Barnesville. They're open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5. That's Front Street Nutrition, bringing you today's broadcast. Your halftime score, 40-18 in favor of Breckenridge. We're back in 90 seconds here with the second half after this on the Minnesota Sports Station. Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you. And selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber, but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Download Game Time today.
All right, welcome back. Halftime. Pretty much over with now. Once again, 18-minute halves here. Breckenridge will start with the ball. They're in the white jerseys with the green lettering and numerals, while the Barnesville Trojans in their home purple jerseys with white lettering and numerals with a silver stripe down the side of the jerseys. Barnesville with the green stripe down the side. And once again, they'll start with the basketball here to start the second half, leading 40-18 over the home team Barnesville Trojans. So second half of play now. We'll start out with Materi with the ball, getting a screen from Conzemius. Then she tried to work it in there, but it was taken away by Sam Pesa. She'll get the steal. Turnover, Barnesville back down the other way now, and underneath, the bucket's up and in from Lexi Bolgreen. Bolgreen with 3 points now. Breckenridge, Jude Held down low, playing with 3 fouls. We'll get it into Conzemius, pops it out. Riley Lorenz with a corner 3. In and out, won't go. Rebound held. Bounce pass across the paint for Conzemius. It's up and in. Conzemius with 4 points now, 42-20, 17-10 and counting to go here in the second half of play. Basketball pushes into the corner for Sam Pesa along the baseline. Works it into the paint. A strong move. Offensive rebound and a foul.
Foul on the Cowgirls, number 30, Grace Gonzalez. The second personal foul, team's first. At the line, shoot 2 shots for the Trojans, number 14, Emily Breckenridge. Second in for the Cowgirls, number 21, Cameron Taylor.
You already know, right?
Bredman makes the second one there. 42-22. We'll make that adjustment there on the score. There we go. So Materi with the ball up top here in between the circles, works into the hands of Jude Held near the near side wing. Now up top, that's Elin, who maybe got away with an up and down there, and then the ball was poked out of bounds on the attempted pass for Lorenz. It was last touch there by Emily Bredman on the defensive swat out of bounds. Oh no, I guess it was out of bounds on Breckenridge. My bad. I thought that Bredman touched it, but I was incorrect.
Keep working.
That last foul was on Kazemius. That's her second.
To a side, Em.
So they work the ball over the far wing. Now up top there, that's Kim Macy. A couple passes later, goes into the near wing, and we'll have a push here on Elin. That'll be her first, I believe.
Stay home, Cam and Jude.
Peso will trigger the inbounds pass from the baseline, up high into the hands there, Lexi Bolgreen. Materi nearly poked it away, but Bolgreen maintains possession of the basketball for the Trojans. And now we'll have an elbow or a slap on the wrist here. I believe the foul is on Jude Held. If it is, it's her fourth, and I would imagine that she will come out here. So Kazemius will come in for Jude Held. Held with 6 points and 4 fouls. It might be a while before we see her back out on the court here for the Cowgirls. See if the Trojans can take advantage of that opportunity. It's been pretty much all Barnesville, or all Breckenridge, excuse me, after the first couple minutes of this ball game started. Barnesville sticking around though. Only down by 20 with 15 minutes to go. Well, closer to 16. Shot is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Kazemius for her 5th defensive board. She also has 1 on the offensive board, which resulted in points. Materi now with the basketball, fires it over far sides. They try to work it back into Materi, and well, she's gonna get the bucket to go. Rebound will come down to Lexi Bolgreen on the defensive board. 15.5 to go as they work it down into the low post. Inside, draws the foul. Lauren Halverson will make a trip to the free throw line. Team foul number 4 now here on the Cowgirls.
At the line, shooting 2 shots for the Trojans. Number 32, Lauren Halverson.
Halverson will miss. That's her first miss of the day. She was 2 of 2 prior to that. I want to say hi. I'm not sure if they're a Breckenridge or a Barnesville fan, but they're watching the game from a tree stand tonight. And I thought that was very, very cool as the free throw will go in for Halverson. Working into the hands of Riley Lorenz. Lorenz works it down low there for, I think that's Kazemius. Back out to Lorenz. Now up top for Materi. Materi looking over towards Elin, and she'll give it to her. Elin up top now. There's Kaler. Kaler has 5 points so far in this contest. Materi, catch and shoot 3. In! Materi with the triple pushes her to 9 points on the evening, and it's 45-22 with 14:44 and counting back the other way. Nice job there by Sam Pesa to get her first bucket of the night.
That's the definition of an illegal screen. You can't just box her out and steal her out.
Breckenridge coach not too happy there, and the official on the near side here ignoring, and now the Barnesville coach isn't too happy with. So both coaches here having a little bit of difference of opinion with the officials. And baseline inbounds pass from Materi. Maybe got away with a push. Back to Materi, nearly stripped away. Materi will pick it up and lose it, and jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Barnesville. So the inbounds pass will come to Sam Pesa. She'll bring it up over the timeline here with 14-17 and counting to go, and she'll take it all the way to the hoop. A little bit short on that offensive rebound. Originally came down there to Lauren Halverson, but the ball was tipped away into the hands of Conzemius. Conzemius will get it up into the hands of Riley Lorenz. Lorenz will pick up her dribble looking for somebody. Materi catch and shoot three. No, in and out this time. She couldn't do it again. And the rebound will come down into the hands there of Lauren Halverson on the defensive board. Back over now, far side. Now they'll work it up top for Bredman. Bredman works down inside there for, that is Halverson. Halverson back out top now to Macy. Couple substitutions at the next break in action here for Breckenridge. Also one on the way for the three-pointer from Bredman. And right before she nailed that three, I was going to say a substitution on the way for Barnesville at the next break in action. So that'll come now with the foul. So 2 subs for the Cowgirls, and looks like we'll have 2 for the Trojans. So checking in for the Trojans is Emily Smith and Sydney Strand. Checking in for the Cowgirls is Abby Johnson and Anna Erickson.
The concession stand is selling hot dogs and slices of pizza for $1.
45-28. I forgot to add a couple buckets here apparently for the Trojans, and I apologize for that. Once again, if I say the score and it doesn't match up with what's on your screen, what I say is correct. We had a lot of trouble with that last year, but we got new scoring software, and it's been a lot easier now. Conzemius will draw the foul. I'm not sure it's on one of 3 players, I can tell you that much. That's actually the second team foul of the half here for the Trojans.
Her first personal foul, teams for third.
Emily Smith picks up her first personal.
At the line for the Cowgirls, number 30, Grace Conzemius. Subbing in for the Trojans, number 33, Kenzie Scogan.
Emily Scogan, or check that, Kenzie Scogan, excuse me, checking in as Conzemius is at the free throw line. And she makes both of them. 47-28.
Good.
Conzemius was 0 for 2. Now she's 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Long three on the way. That one's a little bit short, out of bounds. That'll go into the books as turnover number 15. It's actually 4 team fouls here for the Cowgirls. Maybe got away with the travel there. Now the 3 is on the way, and it's in! Kim Macy with the triple, her first points of the night. 47-31. Back to a 16-point game. As Abby Johnson will try and respond with a 3 of her own. That one will not go in. Rebound comes down into the hands of Emily Smith on the defensive board. They'll pop it up into the hands of Sydney Strand now. And now back up to Scogan. Scogan will get the screen from Smith, get around her defender, and drive to the hoop. Too strong off the glass. Defensive rebound, they're going to call a jump ball. Cameron Kaler almost had the rebound there, but got tied up with a Trojan, and that will give the possession arrow to the Cowgirls, and first the timeout on the floor. 47-31, 12:04 to go. Second half of play here. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Front Street Nutrition. Your one-stop shop for nutrition and healthy energy at 108 Front Street South in Barnesville. Back in a moment here on the Minnesota Sports Station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
All right, coming out of the timeout, it's 47-31 here. The Trojans kind of chipping away at that lead here. Still down 16, but with 12 minutes to go, if they can put together a rally or two, they might be able to get back in this one and make it interesting. Both these teams undefeated, 2-0. Barnesville's 2 wins have come on the road. This is their home opener tonight, and if they're not careful here, Breckenridge will upset them on their home court. Breckenridge will maintain possession. They'll get it near side here for Riley Lorenz. Lorenz will pop it up top for Abby Johnson. She'll set up the play as she's being guarded there by Kim Macy. Far side, that is Anna Erickson. Now they're working inside for Konzemius. Konzemius in a little bit of trouble, and it's stolen away by Emily Smith. Shot is up, and it almost rolled in. Konzemius gets the rebound. That's her 7th defensive rebound according to my numbers. They'll work the ball into the hands of Erickson. Now back up top for Konzemius. We'll give it to Abby Johnson. She'll back up in front of the time stripe and set up the play. Abby Johnson. Kaler. Lorenz inside for Konzemius. One dribble to the basket and one. She got it. Konzemius with 2 points in the first half. She has 6 in the second half for a total of 8 and has a chance to make it 9 on the 3-point opportunity. She will miss the free throw, and the rebound will come down to Sydney Strand. So Konzemius misses her first free throw of the second half. Missed shot down on the other end. Abby Johnson comes up with the basketball. She'll bring it up over the timeline. 49-31, 14 fouls per side, and a turnover for Breckenridge. They had 8 in the first half. They now have 4 here in the second half in the turnover category for the Cowgirls. Barnesville had 12 in the first half. They're now up to 15 according to my numbers.
Still moving with that thing.
Down low, and an offensive rebound, and a follow-up shot is up and in. Emily Smith with the bucket and the board. 2 more for the Trojans, and they get a little bit closer, 49-33. Materi fakes, goes down to the baseline, and the shot was blocked. A clean block. That was Elin who tried to drive into the hoop. Now back the other way, it's Sydney Strand with the basketball, being guarded by Abby Johnson. She'll get the screen, try and bounce it in. The ball went off the knee of somebody and ended up in the hands of the Cowgirls. They'll get it to Materi over on the far side. Elin will get credit for the steal there, as they'll go into the books as turnover number 16 for the Trojans. Johnson, and now a foul. Foul on Breckenridge. Abby Johnson picked up her 3rd. That's team foul number 5. Inbounds pass will come to Sydney Strand, the freshman. Far side, it's Scogan. Scogan dribbles into the high post, and now there's contact here, and some of the Breckenridge fans behind me don't agree with that one. It was very light contact, but a foul nonetheless.
Guys, we need them both ways.
6th foul of the half for the Cowgirls here. Only 4. Your screen shows 5. They'll adjust that momentarily here for the Trojans. Scogan with the ball, pending substitution for Breckenridge, as Riley Lorenz, I believe, is the one who's going to, no, check that. It will be, yeah, it will be Riley Lorenz who will be checking in at the next break here. Block shot there by Cameron Kaler. Down low, a whistle with the ball go out of bounds. I was looking down my scorebook here, and I didn't see what happened. 49-33. There we go. Now the fouls have been adjusted, and they're correct, and a turnover. It's the 5th turnover of the second half, and down at the other end, it will not drop in, but a loose ball, and that's scooped up eventually by Emma Elin, the senior. Elon will get it up to Materi. Materi with a 2-on-2 down at the other end. Now she'll wait for her teammates to pick up. Riley Lorenz up top. Looking for a little handoff pass there to Materi. Materi will slow it down. Fire it over far side there for Abby Johnson. Johnson and Materi. Materi looking inside. Didn't toss the pass in there. Now she'll tee it up for three. Straight away, in and out won't go. Loose ball rebound far side, picked up by Lexi Bolgreen. Back the other way now come the Trojans. She'll fire it over the head of Emily Smith out of bounds for turnover number 18. 8:26 to go here. Abby Johnson with the basketball here. Elon will tee it up for three. No, a little too strong on that one. Then a whistle underneath, and I believe the foul is going to go on possibly Skolgan. Check that. Halverson will pick up the foul. Team foul number 5, and that's Halverson's first. And we have a timeout on the floor. Check that. That's Halverson's third, I meant to say. And we'll have a timeout on the floor. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Front Street Nutrition, your one-stop shop for nutrition and healthy energy. Open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5. You can find them at 108 Front Street South in Barnesville. We'll keep it right here during this timeout. Once again, join us tomorrow bright and early at 11 a.m. We'll have a junior varsity game between the Bismarck Demons and the Fargo North Spartans. We'll follow that up with the varsity game between the Spartans and the Demons. And then we'll have 2 more games for you back-to-back, part of a triple header plus a JV game, so a quadruple header if you want to call it that. Our second varsity game of the day will feature the Fargo Davies Eagles against the Bismarck Century Patriots. And then we'll wrap it up at about approximately 5 o'clock tomorrow night with the Fargo South Bruins hosting the Bismarck Legacy Sabres. Should be some good matchups tomorrow here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network on the ND Sports Channel. Gonzemius down low. Backs up her defender, a little bit too strong off the glass, and the rebound comes down to Skolgan. Skolgan with a third defensive rebound according to my numbers, and she'll bring it up over the timeline. Tried to feed it inside, ball was tipped away, back into the hands of Skolgan. 7:51 to go here in the second half of play.
Good job, Marcy. Feet.
They'll get it over near side here for Strand, driving down towards the baseline, and we'll have a foul on Strand. She'll get called for the push. Strand picks up her second, team's fourth. All right, no, check that, team's 6. I'm a little bit behind in my scorebook here for fouls. There we go, now we're caught up. 6 and 6. Everything matches up. Gonzemius will fire it near side for Abby Johnson. Back inside for Gonzemius, one-on-one, one bounce toward the hoop, off the glass and in. Gonzemius, the second Cowgirl, to get into the double-digit club with 10 now. Ball's batted out, long 3 on the way, a little bit too strong. Offensive rebound up and in. Nice job by Skolgan to get the offensive rebound for the points. 2 more for the Trojans and a whistle and a sub. 51-35. Emily Smith will check back in. Smith checks in with a total of 5 points so far and 1 personal foul and a couple of rebounds and a steal. Rebounds, 1 offensive, 1 defensive there for Emily Smith. Johnson, bounce pass far side, Elin. Elin looking around here, and she'll put the ball to the floor. Work it up top for Gonzemius. In between the circles as Gonzemius comes to the near side, hands it off to Johnson. It was nearly stolen away there by Strand. Johnson back to Gonzemius, looking inside. That is Materi. Materi runs into a double team, back out to Gonzemius now. Gonzemius hands it off to Materi. Materi will dribble up, back up in between the circles and reset. Materi will dribble over to the far side. Materi will dribble to the hoop, down to the baseline, got it to drop in. Off the low block, Materi now with 11 points, the third Cowgirl to enter the double-digit club, and a steal by Riley Lorenz. And she's all alone. She'll go to the hoop and lay it in. 2 more for the Cowgirls, and Riley Lorenz now with 13 points, her first points of the second half. Strand with the basketball here for the Trojans. She'll get the screen, get around Abby Johnson, cut into the paint, make a move to the hoop, and there's going to be a foul on somebody here. It's on the Cowgirls. Emma Elin picks up her second, team 7th. 1-1 bonus now will send Sydney Strand to the free throw line. She's 75% from the line, 3 for 4 in the first half, first trip in the second half. Points with the clock stop are crucial here as we enter just below 6 minutes to go in the second half. Trojans need these free throws, and they're not going to get that one. That was a big missed free throw. And the Emily Smith will get the rebound on the basket. Off the missed free throw there, so lucky break for the Trojans. Into the corner for Abby Johnson. Ball overhead, looks inside Kazemius on a double team, and she'll draw the foul. The foul will go on. That's Emily Bredman, her second, I do believe. Team foul 7th. And that'll send Kazemius to the free throw line. She is 2 of 5 on the evening from the stripe. High arcing free throw up and in. Jude Held with 4 personal fouls, checks back into the lineup here. Jude has 6 points to go with those 4 fouls and a couple of rebounds, 1 on each side. Kazemius' second free throw is up and off the front of the rim, no good, and the rebound will go into the hands of the Trojans. Blocked shot as Sam Pesa tried to go up. Didn't see who got the block, but the Cowgirls will come up with it. Materi over the free throw line, bounce pass, middle of the, in between the circles there for Abby Johnson, who fires it to Elin. Elin had a screen, didn't take advantage of it. Now she'll dribble back up top. Bounce pass for Johnson, looks inside for Kazemius, who feeds it right back to Johnson, driving to the hoop, but a little bit too strong, and the rebound comes down to Sam Pesa. Back the other way with 4:54 to go. Pesa still with the basketball, tried to go coast to coast, won't go. Kazemius pulls down her 8th defensive board. Back the other way, now it's Jude Held. Held fires at Elin near wing. Looking inside, that is Jude Held. And basket won't go, but she'll get a trip to the free throw line. Is that his team foul number 8 on the Trojans? Timeout Barnesville. 56-37, 4:39 to go in the ball game. See if the Trojans can rally out of the timeout. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Front Street Nutrition at 108 Front Street South in Barnesville. Open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5. Your one-stop shop for nutrition and healthy energy. We'll be back in a moment here on the Minnesota Sports Station. Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back. 56-37 with 4:39 to go here in the second half of play. I want to say thanks once again to the fans who sent me the picture showing them watching it on their home TV. At least I think it's their home TV. But however they're watching it, thank you so much for watching. You have smiles on your faces. It seems like you're enjoying the broadcast, and we certainly appreciate that. Jude Held is at the free throw line. It's her first trip to the line. She spent most of the game on the bench in foul trouble here. We'll see if she can get points from the free throw stripe, and she will. 57-37, back to a 20-point advantage here for Breckenridge. Second free throw is going to be off the mark. No good on that one. Rebound comes down to Scogan. That's her 5th defensive board. She has 6 total. They'll fire it over far side for Pesa. Pesa still with the basketball, works it up top for Macy. Macy back over to Pesa. Pesa ball above her head looking inside. They'll get it down low. I think that is Bredman, and it was. And Scogan will get the loose ball, fire the shot up. Offensive rebound comes down to Emily Smith, and Smith will draw the foul. That's team foul number 8 on the Cowgirls. Carson Materi picks up her second. Emily Smith at the free throw line is 1 for 2 today, and now she is 1 for 3. Second one on the way and in. Nice job there by Emily Smith. She goes 1 for 2 on that trip. 1 for 2 in the first half. She's 2 for 4 and remains 50% from the line. And it's 57-38 now in favor of the Cowgirls. Jude Held will trigger the inbounds pass as the Trojans put on a full court press. Materi will get the inbounds pass, get it over the double team, back to Jude Held over the timeline with 4:07 and counting to go here in the second half of play. Held still with the basketball, now picks up her dribble, puts it into the hands of Abby Johnson over on the far wing. Johnson tried to feed Jude Held down below. The ball was tipped. She was able to get the ball, and the shot was up and no good. Defensive board pulled down by Lexi Bolgreen, the sophomore for the Trojans. Back the other way, Pesa has it now over on the far wing. Looking down low, that is going to be Halverson. Halverson with a little hook shot attempt there. Full rebound pulled down by Conzemius, who now has 10 defensive boards. Back the other way, Johnson looking down low for Jude Held. Bounces it out for, I believe that was Elin on the intended pass, but it was stolen away there by Lexi Bolgreen, her second steal of the day. And another turnover here for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. And Bolgreen drives down, or no, check that. Pesa draws the foul. Team foul number 9. We'll see who it's on. I didn't see that part of it. Abby Johnson picks up her 4th. No, 3rd, I guess. I had her down for 3 prior to that, but they're saying it's her 3rd now, so just keep it as is. Pace's free throw, in and out, won't go. That was her first attempt from the free throw line this evening. The rebound comes down to Breckenridge. Materi with the ball. Over the timeline, runs into a double team. Now Jude Held straight away, 19-9, count it! Jude Held with 10 points now on that triple. She had 7 prior to that, 6 plus 1 from the free throw line. 60-38, three-pointer on the way, and foul. She'll go to the line to shoot 3. The foul's going to go on Elin. That's her 3rd. Team foul number 10. Double bonus now for the Trojans for the remainder of this game. 2:54 to go. A couple substitutions coming up here for the Cowgirls. I don't think anybody's coming in for the Trojans. So Kim Macy, first trip to the line, she'll get 3. She will miss the first one. Got the second one, and she'll have one more.
That doesn't count. That's a violation. She came to the three-point line. That doesn't count.
They're going to discuss it here.
You ain't running in.
Okay, so no free throw. It'll remain 60-38. $60-39 now. Materi outside, up top, 3 on the way, and it's in! Jude Held with back-to-back 3s for the Cowgirls. And it's 63-39. Now they're going to try and respond with a 3 of their own off the front of the rim. Conzemius with her 11th defensive board. Back the other way now it is Materi. Materi will get it into the hands there of Anna Erickson. Erickson to Lorenz. Now back up top to Materi. Materi will hold on to the ball here, looking for a pass. Now she'll put the ball to the floor. She gets the screen from Conzemius. Dribble over to the near side. Now Lorenz will look inside for Conzemius. Back to Lorenz, back over to Materi. Materi on the near wing, inside for Conzemius. Conzemius, one dribble, pops it out, baseline jumper, up and in! Riley Lorenz with the bucket. And one, she'll go to the line to try and convert the three-point play. And the free throw's in. Lorenz, a perfect 3 of 3 from the line tonight. 2:07 and counting to go. Actually, the clock is not started here. And the clock is not running. It's somewhere in the 2:08 or less area. There we go, now the clock's running. So we're gonna get a free few seconds here. Wide open for three, but not quite in. Held looking for another three-pointer. Pops it out up top now to Materi. Materi will back up and the Cowgirls will reset on the play here. Minute 50 and counting to go now. Trojans getting an extra, a free 10 seconds or so on this game. Not sure if that'll make a huge difference or not. Konzemius, double or triple team. Far side official is in my way. Looks like Riley Lorenz just passed it inside there. Now they'll pop it outside. Ball was nearly taken away as it goes back up to Materi up top. And Materi will be fouled by Lexi Bolgreen. I believe that's her second.
Foul on the Trojans, number 4, Lexi Bolgreen. Her second personal foul, team 10th. At the line for the Cowgirls.
3 substitutions pending here for Breckenridge after this free throw from Materi, who's 2 for 2 tonight. And she's 3 for 3. Snowball, Eland, and Tori Undum, a 5'10 sophomore, making her first appearance in the game tonight. A minute 25 to go. Materi remains perfect. 4 for 4 tonight. 68-39.
Right there is fine, Tori, good.
Mathea Jablonski is number 20 there for the Trojans. She's into the lineup now. Working into the hands of Lily Rutherford, a senior. I'm trying to get familiar with those New Jersey numbers as quick as possible here. Under a minute to go, 55 seconds to go. Breckenridge will improve to 3-1 and upset the Trojans here on their home floor on the home opener tonight for Barnesville. 42 seconds to go. Materi now to Eland. Eland, that is, let me look again, Tori Undum. Back to Materi. Materi looks inside, high post, snowball out to Undum. Undum back to Materi and now over to Eland. Looks like they're just gonna pass the ball around and drain the clock. Eland inside for, forget the name on that one, Anna Erickson, there we go. Undum, back to Materi, now Eland. 7 seconds to go, 5, Materi, 2 seconds, 1 second, and your final score is 68-39 in favor of the Breckenridge Cowgirls. We'll update some numbers and come back here with your post-game show and select the player of the game and all that other cool stuff. Tell you what's next for these two teams and wrap this thing up here from Barnesville. Once again, your final score, 68-39 in favor of the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Accidentally put the score on the wrong part of my scorebook here. There we go, now we got it fixed. Back in a moment here with your post-game show right after this.
For tickets, rookie mistake. Game Time is the fastest way to buy tickets to live events with your friends. You can buy the perfect seats in seconds, and tickets are delivered directly to your phone, so you always have them with you. Download Game Time free on the App Store, and you'll instantly see a curated list of the best upcoming events in your area. Game Time sorts through thousands of available seats on the market and presents you with only the 50 best values. One of the best things about Game Time is you can get tickets at last-minute prices even after the game starts. Download Game Time free on the App Store today.
The Magnitude Sports Media Network is all about bringing your team home when they're on the road and bringing your team to your friends, fans, and family who are on the road. Does your team have a huge road game coming up on the schedule that your fans aren't able to attend? Does your family live in a different part of the country? Consider sponsoring your team. We can show you who's watching the game, the age group, the actual number of viewers, so team up with us to bring your team back to your home television when they're on the road playing. Visit our website, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843.
This is Michael Hall, a senior at Kindred High School and the 2018-19 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. While the scoreboard reveals the winner of a high school athletic contest, the real winners are those that display good sportsmanship. We need those people who treat competition as a game and not a war. People who show genuine concern for an injured player and those who accept all decisions of the game officials. Remember to be a good sport and a good citizen when you attend a high school game.
Subscribe to Magnitude Sports on YouTube. Go to youtube.com, search for Magnitude Sports, click on subscribe, click on the bell, and select your alert preference of all, personalized, or none. By selecting all, you'll be notified to every live broadcast and video upload we make. Selecting personalized will notify you only to the games and videos most likely to interest you, and selecting none will help us out by becoming a subscriber but avoid unnecessary mobile and email notifications. Direct link is youtube.com/ndsportschannel/live. Thanks for subscribing to Magnitude Sports on YouTube.
Magnitude Sports Media Network is your home for all types of sports programming in a 3-state region. Over 500 previous games are available right now on demand. Since 2017, we've brought you an average of 275 games a year, including junior varsity and varsity matchups across 8 different sports. Now we're on pace for the same amount of games this year. It's a whole lot of sports, and it's all right here, where North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota teams play. This is the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Did you miss any or all of this live game broadcast? Not to worry. Over 90% of the games on the Magnitude Sports Media Network are available on demand on our website within a couple hours, so you can watch the game anytime. You can also take advantage of the DVR feature, which puts instant replay instantly into your hands. You can watch a delayed version of this live broadcast, rewatch a big play or score, and then at any time, return to live action simply by clicking live. Now you don't have to miss your son's game-winning goal or your daughter's set-sealing ace serve. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Hi, this is Mike with the Magnitude Sports Media Network. I've done radio and video play-by-play since January 25th, 2016, and it is amazing how many big plays have been missed because the station was still on a commercial break. Our goal is to never miss any of the action, and that's why we have the game video in every advertisement and promo that you see on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The game will always be the priority, so you'll never miss your son's 80-yard kick return for a touchdown or your daughter's critical three-pointer to take the lead late in the basketball game. Thanks for watching the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The game is close. It's a big rivalry. Students jump out of their seats while the cheerleaders lead the chanting. Everyone is on edge. The shot is up and the buzzer sounds. All eyes follow the ball. Will it fall through the net? You can hear the hush of the crowd. With your whistle, you watch if his feet were inside the line or not. The crowd erupts. It's a game winner. Or is it? You make the call. Become an official. Contact your local high school. A message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association.
North Dakota Softball All-Stars podcast with Tim Howe keeps you up to date year-round on the sport of softball in the state of North Dakota. Coach and player interviews, who's moving on to play college softball, and that, well, guess what? That simply scratches the surface of this Grand Slam softball podcast. A new episode every week during the softball season and every month during the off-season. Listen anytime on demand on the ND Sports Channel at Magnitude Sports Media Network station.
Diamond Academy and Magnitude Sports Media Network are providing a huge opportunity for high school athletes. Player profile videos shine the spotlight on a skill set required for a position in a particular sport. Whether you play softball, track and field, or any other sport, if you're a sophomore or junior, it's time to schedule your video. Most tapings take less than an hour and can save you thousands when a recruiter puts your name in the starting lineup for a college scholarship. For more information, click on Player Profiles at msportsnet.com or call us at 701-373-1843.
Since October 17, 2017, the Magnitude Sports Media Network has brought you over 550 games and a grand total of 115,000 plus viewers and listeners who have watched or listened to one of the 105 varsity, JV, or sub-varsity teams that have played in one of the 8 different sports that we have broadcasted from 40 cities and towns, including hockey, baseball, softball, volleyball, basketball, soccer, and swimming, with hopes of doing more in the future. consider a donation or a sponsorship. That'll give your advertising dollars every bang for its buck that you can expect. Visit our website for more information, msportsnet.com, or call us at 701-373-1843. Thank you for being loyal viewers and supporters for the past 2 years.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Your final score once again, it was the Breckenridge Cowgirls 68-39. Breckenridge improves to 3-0 on the season. Barnesville falls to 2-1 on the season. Let's take a look at the updated numbers here. Obviously coming up, we got the player of the game, and we'll take a look at our upcoming stream schedule. We'll tell you how to find us on social media and all that other cool stuff. But before we get to all that, let's go over the numbers here. We'll start with the Barnesville Trojans. Let's see, I forgot to add that part up. Let's do that really quick. And then, let's see. Okay, got it. So Barnesville was outscored 40-18 in the first half. They were outscored 28-21 in the second half for a final score of 68-39. Total of, let's see here, 18 turnovers according to my numbers. I may have missed one or two for Barnesville, and according to my numbers here, we got 5, 6, let's see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 turnovers total in the game for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Individual numbers here for the Barnesville Trojans. Sam Pesa with a couple of defensive rebounds, a steal, 3 personal fouls, and 2 points, and 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Let's see here. Kim Macy, the junior, with 3 points, check that, 4 points, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Lexi Bowgreen ended the night with 3 points, including 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Sydney Strand, 3 points, including 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Emily Bredman, the sophomore, ended the night with 9 points. She would be your leading scorer for the Barnesville Trojans. She would also go 2 of 2 on the evening from the free throw line. Then Lauren Halverson had 5 points, going 3 of 4 overall in the game from the free throw line. Kenzie Scogan also ended the night with 5 points, and she would also be 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 75%. And then Emily Smith ended the night with a total of 8 points, and she would be 2 of 4 overall in the game from the free throw line. Overall, the let's see here. Did I forget to add those free throws? Let me just double check to be sure. Overall, they'd be 14 of 23, or 61% from the free throw line for the Barnesville Trojans. So once again, your scoring looks like this. Emily Bredman leading the way with 9. Emily Smith with 8. 5 apiece for Lauren Halverson and Kenzie Scogan. 4 for Kim Macy. 3 apiece for Lexi Bowgreen and Sydney Strand. And then 2 for Sam Pesa. And that wraps up your individual scoring for the Barnesville Trojans. For the Breckenridge Cowgirls, they improved to 3-0 on the season. All 3 games. We'll get to that point in a moment here. So 3-0 on the season. Once again, individual numbers look like this. They were led by both Carcy Materi and Jude Held with 13 points apiece. Materi would go 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Jude Held 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Held had 4 fouls. Materi had 2 fouls. Next in line was, I'm sorry. No, they were not your leading scorers. It was actually Riley Lorenz who led the way in scoring with 16 points. including 3 of 3 from the free throw line and 3 3-pointers and a couple of 2-point baskets as well. And then Held and Materi would end the night with 13 points each. Next in line was Grace Conzemius with 11 points. She also had 11 defensive rebounds, a couple personal fouls, and an offensive board. She would also go 3 of 7 or 43% from the free throw line. And then let's see here, 6 apiece for Abby Johnson, who was 4 of 4 from the free throw line with 3 personal fouls, as well as I guess only one player got 6. And then Cameron Kaler had 5. All 5 of those came in the first half. A steal, a block, a defensive board, and a personal foul. 4 points for Anna Erickson. And let's see here. And that's it. Tori Endem and Michaela Snowball played, did not score any points. Snowball did get a personal foul. Sophie Larson, along with Paige Kelson, Morgan Bruns, all did not play in the game. Overall, 8 of 10 in the first half, 7 of 10 in the second half, for an overall total of 15 of 20, or 75% from the free throw line for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. And that wraps up your individual numbers for the Cowgirls, who had 14 turnovers, 8 of those 14 in the first half of play. And so with that said, let's take a look at the team profiles now. And there we go. Now I can see it. So I don't have it memorized. So Trojans fall to 2-1 on the year, 0-1 at home, 2-0 on the road. Their next game will be tomorrow at 12:30 against Thief River Falls. Then they'll have a home game against Pelican Rapids on the 13th before hitting the road in Crookston and Perham on the 17th and 20th. And then they'll be at the Blizzard Basketball Tournament at Concordia College on the 27th and the 28th to wrap up the 2019 portion of the 1920 season. They'll kick off 2020 with Frazee and Norman County East Ewan Hitterdall on the 3rd and 6th. For the Breckenridge Cowgirls, they improved to 3-0 on the year. 3-0, all 3, is that right? No, that should say 2 home wins and 1 road win. That's what it should say. I'm not sure how that got mistaken. Let's see if we can't fix that really quick. It's really easy to fix. At least we assume that it's really easy to fix anyway. Let's see here. And it should be showing up as fixed. Now it's showing 20-0, which would be probably put a big smile on their face if they did go 20-0. But there we go. Now it should show the correct numbers there for Breckenridge, and it does. 3-0 on the season, 2-0 at home, 1-0 on the road. Their next game will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. against the Grafton Spoilers, a North Dakota team, but they'll still play Minnesota rules, so 2 halves there in Glendon. And then they'll have Perham at home on the 12th. Then they'll go on the road, take on the West Central area in Frazee on the 13th and 17th, come back home against Underwood on the 19th, and then wrap up 2018 at the Pelican Rapids Invite. Matchups and times, to the best of our knowledge, are still to be determined. And then they'll kick off 2019 with Morris area and Pelican Rapids on the 2nd and 7th, following that up with a home game on the 10th against the Holly Nuggets. So that's your upcoming games for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. Time now to select a player of the game, and well, there was a couple ways that we could have gone. We could have gone with your leading scorer, but we didn't. And here's the reason why. Riley Lorenz had most of her points in the first half, and she really got the thing started, but the person holding the team down throughout the entire game was Karsi Materi, the 5'6" sophomore guard. She'll be our player of the game. She had 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 on each side of the glass, offensive and defensive. One of those offensive rebounds resulted in points, 2 steals, and 4 assists, assisting in 8 additional points for the Cowgirls, and 2 fouls, and went a perfect 4 of 4 for 100% from the free throw line. So Karsi Materi, the sophomore guard, will be our player of the game here for the Breckenridge Cowgirls. You can check out our website, as this game, along with the junior varsity game, will be available for a 24/7 replay within probably about 30 minutes or so after we conclude our post-game show here of the varsity matchup. As you can see, our website's been partially updated with the final scores of today's 2 games. And as you can see, we'll have 4 games for you tomorrow, including Fargo North and Bismarck JV, and then the Fargo North Bismarck varsity game, followed by Fargo Davies and Bismarck Century, and Fargo South and Bismarck Legacy. So that basketball action starts at 11 a.m. tomorrow, followed at 1, 3, and 5 respectively for those games. So a quadruple header, a junior varsity game, and then a triple header of varsity action for you here on our brother station, the ND Sports Channel here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. You can also, under that games button, click on stream schedule, and you can check out our upcoming games. As you see there, the 3 tomorrow that we talked about already. And then we'll have Fargo Davies and Fargo South girls and boys doubleheader on December 10th. We have a pending game on the 12th, and then on the 13th there, we'll head up to Fargo North as Spartans will host Fargo Davies, and then we'll see girls hockey on December 14th. That'll be a rematch of last year's state championship game, a game in which the Bismarck Blizzard won 2-1 in overtime against Fargo North South. We'll see if Fargo North South can get a little bit of revenge against the Bismarck Blizzard this year, as they've struggled. They've been those 2 teams have met in the championship game multiple times, and Fargo North South yet to knock off the Blizzard in that state championship game, at least as of recent years. And then I believe that game, I believe that's actually flip-flop. Kindred will be the home team against Dilworth, Clinton, Felton, I believe. We'll have to double-check that, and we'll correct our schedule on our website if at all possible, if needed. And then we'll let you know for sure. I think that's a boys' game, if I'm not mistaken. But you can always check out our website, and you'll see that screen that you're seeing right now. Under that stream schedule. This needs to be updated now. We actually have one Twitter account for all of our stations. So those Twitter handles you see there, disregard it. It's at msportsnet is our Twitter, and we'd love it if you were to follow us on there. We'd love it if you'd subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ND Sports Channel. That link will change in July 2020, we suspect, as YouTube won't allow us to change the name at the moment. So that's why it's ND Sports Channel. But you can also like and follow us on Facebook. We're almost to 600 likes on Facebook. If you can help us get there, I think we're like 7 or 8 away at facebook.com/msportsmnet. We'd certainly appreciate that as well. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, your final score, the Breckenridge Cowgirls 68 and the Barnesville Trojans 39. Breckenridge improves to 3-0. Barnesville falls to 2-1. The preceding was a live production of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Thanks so much for watching. We'll talk to you bright and early tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for Fargo North Bismarck JV, and then a triple header of varsity action between Fargo North and Bismarck, Fargo Davies and Century, and Fargo South and Bismarck Legacy. That starts at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. all tomorrow on our brother station, the ND Sports Channel, right here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Have a great evening, and thanks so much for watching.